Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Makana Man at YouTube, live on sites at the bar Area 88 in Melbourne near Chinatown in a side alley. It's an event called Toys of the World. I've been invited as a artisan with Rantea to paint soft vinyl bears with street art lacquers or graffiti paint. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. With a 6-hour time limit until the event closes, you were free to bring your bear home to finish it over a 1-month period, but due to circumstances I'm yet to explain, I can't, and chose to work on the day. So I registered online via Facebook and was given these two 5-inch vinyl bears with a range of articulation, a toy and surface I'm very familiar with this very interesting paint. Iron Lac, a high pigmented lacquer paint for street art. It can do a splatter effect, which I'll demonstrate now, not shaken properly or toggling the switch side to side. Goes on a bit thick, but it sort of has the sheen and the finish a lot like you would see on a toy. It's banned, so I'm not too sure how street artists have access to it, yet other art areas don't. A bit thick to my taste, though reacts well to lacquer thinner. I think I can definitely extract it and use it. The bottle comes with a few nozzles on top for different spray patterns, so this is a very funky product at a very cheap $9 in Australia, so I'm going to buy a few cans and review it later. Something I learnt. Now, the biggest question that kept going through my head before I came to this event is, what the hell am I going to do? I'm not a street artist, so with a bit of time thinking, masking was the only thing I could think of, and brought some very basic equipment like a matte mask, knife, masking tape, and decided to go for some military camouflage effect, and we'll tell you the themes at the end of the video. Rant went for something completely different, and with a fantastic atmosphere, some fairly funky and new age-ish music, which was not offensive or too loud, just right. Swigging a little alcohol. Fantastic day. It's something completely different. Learned a heap of interesting things, and something I'll attend again. These days I find charities to be far too aggressive in getting regular money and income, harassing people on the street for bank details, and I don't like to bother you guys for political bullshit. Though, when interesting things where people are calling out for a little time or skill or something that's a lot of fun to get together, you can't help but at least check it out. And something that's very relevant to my hobby, toy making and scale modelling, there is no way in hell I could have refused this sweet opportunity. Oh, of course, in between drinks, coats and mucking around with my buddies, I was snapping together a high-grade Morrissey. So you got to tell me, where else in the world were they going to let me bring in my own food, my own drinks, excluding the alcohol, playing with a knife, playing with dangerous chemical paint, doing all this in public in an area that serves booze? It blows my mind, but it fulfills one of my many strange fantasies. Unfortunately, this day came down with a fairly heavy concern, and that was, besides using a very unfamiliar paint and making some slight mistakes, and the weather being a bit chilly, and the paint not drying as efficiently as normal, I had a few little issues, but just managed to recover to what was an acceptable standards towards the charity. Unlike the politics of toy reviewers, toy makers, scale modelers, Gundam people and fine artists, street artists are very cool and laid-back people, and there was a lot of funky, interesting things happening, including music soundtracks being laid with strange sound effects like choking a toy chicken. Now, at this stage I do apologise that the photos aren't fantastic, but from right to left, we've got two of Richard's, a street art contemporary black and orange piece with eye decals all over it, a freaky monster. The pink one is a princess custom with glitter gel paint and some nice Sharpie bits and pieces. With my two, on the right is the Rising Sun Imperial Bear with his bonsai headpiece, bandana, and the very iconic socks and boots in an all green. To the far left is Panzer Bear with the well-known high boots, fancy colour scheme, and my little personal touch, a beard. This concludes my little event review of Toys to the World. I will definitely come next year more prepared, and hopefully they will let me bring in an airbrush and compressor where some freehanding effects would be a lot more fun and interesting. I would also like to point your direction that I'm making a second video on my PhD manchild. The link will be down below, as well as a video response of just some of the things that I was drinking and some pretty cool footage. Thank you for watching, and until next time.